What cigarette do you smoke, Doctor? Once again, the brand named most was Camel. Yes, according to this repeated nationwide survey, more doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette.
Do you believe nicotine is not addictive?
I believe nicotine is not addictive, yes.
Mr. John?
I don't believe that nicotine or our products are addictive.
I believe nicotine is not addictive.
I believe that nicotine is not addictive.
I believe that nicotine is not addictive.
And I too believe that nicotine is not addictive.
I don't believe that nicotine or our products are addictive.
I believe nicotine is not addictive.
For over 50 years, Americans were told that smoking was safe. Tobacco executives swore under oath that nicotine wasn't addictive, but behind closed doors, they knew the truth. Tobacco company executives sat in boardrooms, looking at scientific reports proving their products killed people. They knew cigarettes were addictive. They knew they caused cancer, but it was making them billions of dollars, and so they decided to keep selling anyway. This is the story of how big tobacco turned lying into a billion-dollar business model, and how one whistleblower risked everything to bring them down.
Do you believe nicotine is not?
In 1994, 7 tobacco executives stood before Congress and swore under oath that nicotine was not addictive. But inside company labs, scientists had long documented the opposite. Not only was nicotine addictive, it was being engineered to be even more addictive.
We are in the nicotine delivery business.
And that's what cigarettes are for.
Delivery device for nicotine.
A delivery device for nicotine. Put it in your mouth, light it up, and you're going to get your fix.
For those wondering what nicotine is one of nature's most potent drugs. When you inhale, nicotine reaches your brain in just 10 seconds. Then it hijacks your brain's reward system, releasing dopamine and creating physical dependence. To put this in perspective, nicotine is more addictive than cocaine and harder to quit than heroin. Now, tobacco companies wasn't just hiding the facts that this drug was addictive, they were perfecting it.
The process is known as impact boosting. While not spiking nicotine, they clearly manipulate it.
The pure taste of burning leaves.
Tobacco ads were everywhere, in magazines, on billboards, even at sporting events. Cartoon characters like Joe Camel weren't designed for adults. They were designed to hook kids early. Internal documents revealed that industry strategy was the younger the smoker, the longer the customer.
Is tobacco's standard defense. It's the we don't know litany. Addiction? We believe not. Disease? We don't know. We take a bunch of leaves, we roll them together, you smoke them. After that, you're on your own. We don't know.
Wigand discovered that 90% of smokers start before age 18. The tobacco industry knew this. They needed to replace the 400,000 Americans who died from smoking each year with fresh customers. So to them, children were the target audience.
The most recent trouble for Wigand occurred here.
And in local news, WLKO Louisville has gained access to a 500-page dossier on former Brown and Williamson research head Jeffrey Wigand, detailing charges of shoplifting and failing to pay child support. Wigand is currently teaching chemistry and Japanese.
For decades, big tobacco funded fake science to muddy the truth. They paid scientists to claim there was no conclusive evidence linking smoking to cancer. The idea was to manufacture doubt. As long as the public was confused, people kept buying. They created front organizations with official-sounding names like the Tobacco Institute and the Council for Tobacco Research, but deep down, they were propaganda machines designed to create the illusion of scientific debate where none existed.
There's extensive use of this technology known as ammonia chemistry. It allows for the nicotine to be more rapidly absorbed in the lung.
Nicotine is highly addictive. The tobacco companies knew this decades before the public did. Now, Jeffrey Wigand was a research scientist at Brown and Williamson, a major American tobacco company in the 1920s. It revealed that tobacco companies weren't just selling products that happened to contain this addictive drug. They were deliberately enhancing nicotine delivery. Ammonia chemistry, filter tweaks, and additives, all designed to get nicotine into the brain faster and more efficiently. Cigarettes were engineered addiction machines. Wigand had the receipt. Internal documents showing how Brown and Williamson systematically manipulated nicotine levels across different brands. They weren't just tobacco companies. They were pharmaceutical companies manufacturing addiction without calling it medicine.
You're saying that Brown and Williamson manipulates and adjusts the nicotine fix, not by artificially adding nicotine, but by enhancing the effect of nicotine through the use of chemical elements, such as ammonia.
Is tobacco's standard defense. It's the we don't know litany. Addiction? We believe not. Disease? We don't know. We take a bunch of leaves, we roll them together, you smoke them. After that, you're on your own. We don't know.
For years, tobacco companies shifted blame onto the smoker. It's your choice, they argued. But how free is a choice when the product is designed to be addictive? Internal memos even referred to smokers as biological nicotine delivery systems. This means customers weren't people, they were test subjects. This was the moment Wigand couldn't stay silent anymore. He realized it wasn't just working for a tobacco company. It was working for a drug cartel that happened to be legal. And unlike street dealers, these dealers had billion-dollar marketing budgets and congressional protection.
If you're curious to meet me, I'm going to be in the lobby of the Sealbach Hotel in Louisville.
When Brown and Williamson fired Wigand for pushing too hard on safety issues, they thought they had silenced him. Instead, they had created their worst nightmare, a former insider with nothing to lose and everything to expose. That's when Wigand met Lowell Bergman, a veteran producer for CBS's 60 Minutes. Bergman wasn't just any journalist. He was known for taking on powerful corporations and winning. But even Bergman had never faced an opponent like Big Tobacco. The plan was to get Wigand to testify in a lawsuit where he would be legally protected. Then 60 Minutes could report on that testimony. It was going to be the story of a lifetime. The only problem was, the tobacco industry was ready for war.
Right away.
They do this with impunity.
Jeff,
They get to go home at night. What does it cost these people to do this to us? Nothing. My girls are crying.
The moment Wigand agreed to testify, Brown and Williamson unleashed hell. They hired private investigators to dig up dirt on his personal life. They spread rumors about his mental health. They threatened his family's safety. This was legal intimidation combined with character assassination designed to destroy Wigand's credibility before he could even speak. But the worst betrayal was yet to come. When 60 Minutes was ready to air Wigand's explosive interview, CBS executives got cold feet. The tobacco industry had threatened massive lawsuit that could bankrupt the network. In a stunning act of corporate cowardice, CBS killed the story. But eventually, the walls cracked. Wigand's testimony in a Mississippi lawsuit finally broke the dam. His deposition, protected by legal privilege, revealed everything. Internal documents proving tobacco companies knew their products killed people. Evidence of nicotine manipulation. Proof of a decade-long conspiracy to hide the truth from American consumers. The floodgates opened. State after state sued Big Tobacco. The evidence was overwhelming. For the first time, the lie was undeniable. In 1998, the tobacco industry agreed to pay $246 billion in settlement, the largest corporate legal settlement in American history. For half a century, Big Tobacco sold death while insisting it was just business. They lied to Congress, lied to consumers, and lied to America. Today, nicotine remains at the heart of tobacco products. Despite FDA regulation, nearly 480,000 Americans die every year from tobacco use, and worldwide, the toll climbs to 8 million lives lost annually.